So what I'll do now is I'll let the system scan, then I'll check the fault code which is appearing. And with Honda, whenever you have a check engine light, you will have a lot of lights coming on to report that the check engine is faulty. So this is the fault code P006A post catalytic converter reach, and this one also the 006A, which is the map sensor coordination, and the table underboost. So we'll check all those things, and it's also pending, so we'll check the live data also. Let me go to live data and do 1 or 2 tests and see where the mistreatment is, because for the P006A means there is air mistreatment, which means the map sensor and the mass airflow sensor are not working properly. That means the pressure that required is not seeing it efficiently. So what I'll do now is I'll select the full trim. You can see they are positive. The moment I try to drive it, it will jump to negative, and you can see the map sensor is around 50. Okay, let me turn the AC off. Let me turn off the AC so that the map sensor will come down. Then I'll use that for my diagnosis. So let me search for the mass airflow sensor. Where is the mass airflow sensor? You can check the fuel pressure also if it drops. Where is the mass airflow sensor? Yeah, here is the mass airflow sensor. So we'll show only this one. So you can see the mass airflow sensor. It should be in line with the. So this is the fuel trim. The moment I put it at reverse and try to drive it, it will jump to negative. I'll put a bit load on it. To jump to negative. So what I'll do now. So this is it. So you can see, and for these engines, the moment I step on the throttle, I do while throttle open, full throttle open, the map sensor supposed to increase, and the map sensor also supposed to increase. The moment I release my leg, so it will close, so it will now cause vacuum, which will let this number read downwards to around 25, 26, 20s. So when I ref it, it's supposed to go higher. So when I release my leg, you see now it goes down. So what I have to do is I have to find for the leakage, because when I open, it goes and it drops. And you can see now the engine is off. That's why. So there's no vacuum. That's why the pressure is at that point. The absolute map pressure is at 100. So we'll start the vehicle again. And there is vacuum. And you can check also the fuel pressure. It doesn't drop significantly. Sorry, let me turn off the AC and try it again. still running, and I'm not getting the correct fuel trim. No, the fuel trim is reading. The moment the throttle is down, it's supposed to be. So now you can see it has jumped to negative. Vehicle is having a problem with the intake manifold, which is common, which is MAP and MAP sensor coordination, which means the amount of air which is being drawn from the intake, which is being drawn from the MAP sensor to the manifold pressure sensor, is not matching. So that means there is air leakage around the system, and it's also giving table underboost. So I've done every check to check the amount of air going into the system. So we took out the intercooler, and this is what we find out. We took out the intercooler and find out, you can see this part of the intercooler is open, and this one is before the table. So this one is where the table air gets to push it into this to the manifold. So this side is the manifold, the curved side is the manifold, and this side is to the intake, is to the table, and you can see it is open. So let me turn it this side so that you can see it well. So you can see it is open and it is there, and so that this is where the table air gets to escape. So the little amount that enter into the system and the calculation that the MAP sensor and the MAP sensor are doing are not equal. So that's why it sets the fault code coordination. So that means they are not equal, because the MAP sensor says I'm drawing in this amount of air, and the MAP sensor also is saying I'm not getting that amount of air. So I'll fix this issue, and also I'm getting system too rich because of the air leakage. So I'll fix this issue and check the fuel trims and try the vehicle. 2018, it's having a performance issue, and I was called to diagnose it. So we'll scan the vehicle. Changing the air filter, and it was still having the same problem that it was having, and the fault code was P006A, which means, let me go to the engine. So because of that, the other lights are on. So going to the engine, read the fault code out. So whenever you try to pull this car, then that's where these fault codes come. Table underboost, fuel trim too rich, and I took it out and I found out that the intercooler part is open, but now the issue is fixed. So these are the fault code. But before you trace this fault code, you have to take care of the P006A first, the intercooler performance, and check that everything is okay. So what I'll do now is I'll rescan the whole system and erase the fault code. Now my fuel trims are okay, so I can start the vehicle now. And now I'm having quiet, so I'll let it come down, then you can see my air flows, and let me see if I can see my MAP sensor. Now the issue is fixed, so let me check for my MAP sensor, and they ask you to check this lambda, airflow lambda is now at 80, it's now at 0.8. Yeah, and command and ratio. So now it looks like everything is okay. So what I'll do now is I'm checking. So this is my turbo boost, and let me check for my I think map, my map sensor. So I think this is the map sensor. So let me add it to it and show only those ones. So this is my map sensor. This is where it should be, and we're ready. So now there's no collision. Now the turbo boost is in, so you can see the turbo boost pressure. It's okay. And because I'm at idle, that's why it's having this limiter on it. Sorry. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll go back and check my fuel trim, which I'm going to use the OBD. I can use the Honda software, but I prefer using the OBD for such related issues concerning these faults. So what I'll do now is I'll use I know the protocol already, it's a CAN protocol, so I'll just choose the protocol. And I'll choose the protocol and go to DTCs. And these are the current faults, current, and the pending are there already. So as time goes on, it rectifies itself, it will take off the pending, but I'll erase all the fault code. So let me go to live data and check my fuel trims and see if the problem is fixed, because my fuel trims will tell me that the problem is fixed or not, because it used to read lane, then after driving it read rich, and it gets stuck at rich condition. And with Hondas, the moment you get any fault code related to emission, the check engine light comes on, the steering and traction and every other lights comes on. So let me check my fuel trim now, and this is my fuel trim. So now I'll just be monitoring my fuel trim and see if there will be any change in them. So I think I have to go for a drive and monitor my fuel trim and check if everything is okay with them. So I'm searching for the MAP sensor, mass airflow sensor. So check it and show. So you can see it's reading very, very lean. So I think now I have to go for the try, erase all the fault code and go for the try and check the monitors that will be on. So we'll go back and go back to my ESAT history. So just click on it first, like the way I've accelerated this way, like by now it's off. So we'll try the vehicle, erase all the fault code and try the vehicle. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos related to this. So now we'll do auto scan, erase all the fault code and try the vehicle and come back.